it's just like, if it can work for them, why not me? Why can it not work for me? And you have to, nothing is just handed to you. You have to work for it. And I knew that part. So when, if things didn't go the way that I like planned, or if, like, you're always going to get upset customers, or parties canceling on you, or someone wanting to return product, or like all of these like situations that you never would think that would happen, right? Because sometimes we just see all the good stuff on the outside, but what kept me going was like, I know that they went through this, and my director was always there for me, so I just trusted her. I did trust her to lead me the way, even though I was unsure, because I knew that I was in good hands. So it was really, and what really also helped me was keeping my focus on the next goal. So I was like, okay, to become a director, you have to first be a red jacket. So my first focus was red jacket. And the red jacket was like, okay, might as well go ahead and submit for DIQ, because that's when the new Aiden had just launched. And it was crazy because when I signed, like, all of these new promotions were starting, and I had no idea what I was getting into. So I also believe it was like luck, the right timing, and everything happens for a reason. So this was like the missing puzzle piece in my life. So I went through a lot of situations in my life where, I wasn't very happy about. So when I saw this opportunity, and how, like, I really appreciated it, and I took advantage of taking it seriously, like working my business like a real job, and just following the career path and listening to my director. So sorry, it's all just coming naturally. So let me know if there's anything that, like, if you have a question or something, if you want to know about.
I would love for you to share, Sunita. And I'm sorry, you guys, I'm telling you, this is why it's so important for you guys to join live. I hit record at the start of this, just noticed it had stopped. And so it didn't record like the first half. And so I re-recorded it now, but unfortunately anybody who watches the playback is going to miss like the first 10-15 minutes. So what I wanted to ask you, Sunita, you were so new in your business. You shared with us like your passion, your vision, but did you have any hesitations or fears, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go for this, like, that you had to get over? Because, you went through this really quickly.
I honestly got the biggest headache after I signed my beauty agreement, and when it came to the inventory decision. I never like had that type of headache, because like I was like, what do I want to do? Because it was also my first time where I had a little bit of extra cash. I had a few $1,000s. At that time it was like a lot for me, so I was like, I'm trying to like save, and I don't want to like put it, I also wanted to come in as a star. So because I knew the products worked, and that was like that was a decision that like took me a little while. Otherwise, I probably would have submitted for DIQ at the end of that month. It did take me a few weeks to make that decision, but I did come in with the 1,800, and I sold it in 2 weeks. So
did you guys hear that? 2 weeks. 2 weeks she made $900. Shut the front door.
That type of money, I was like, first of all, I want to make my money back. I want to see that this business works. But what I didn't do was I didn't reorder what I was selling, because I was like, I just want to see if this is like a scam, or is this like a real thing, because it seems like way too good to be true. And like with Rachel, I was like, okay, are you like, do you really like me, or is there a catch? It's kind of like, what's going on? Like, but it's crazy. Like it really is real. And like, so that's why I wanted to know what the whole car thing was about, what it is to be your own boss. I just needed the way, and I know like going to school for me was just not an option because I'm not patient enough, and I want to make money now, and I want to live that lifestyle now. And that's probably what also was holding me back from like starting my family, because I'm a type of person, I was born to be a mom. Like I cannot wait to start a family, but then I also don't want to just have a kid and not be able to, I want to be able to focus on myself. And then, because when it's kid time, it's like everything else is like set aside. So, but with my other jobs, it just wasn't doing it, you know, working like over 40 hours, being tired, not really like moving up, moving down, you know, like all of those. It's just corporate. It was not for me. But yeah, sorry, I kind of lost my train of
No,
thought.
no, that was perfect. No, that was perfect. If you had to look at the Sunita from almost 2 years ago, oh my gosh, you're celebrating 2 years. From 2 years ago that signed her beauty agreement, if you could tell that Sunita from 2 years ago one piece of advice to make her super uber successful in your Mary Kay business, what was something that you would share with yourself from 2 years ago?
You mean like what I would tell myself now?
Mhm.
Like if I feel like I need to tell myself what I did then to myself now, because my when I came in this business, my passion, my like drive was so high, and it, you know, it does kind of go up and down, and I always go back to wanting to be that Sunita when I first came in, because I was just like on fire, you know. But I always give myself the same advice, which I would probably give myself now or 2 years ago, is everything happens for a reason. And I know that I'm a good person and I deserve to have a good life, because I always do good. You know, I feel like I always do the right thing, and karma, you know, I'm a true believer of karma too. So what goes around comes around, and I'm always putting a lot of good into the universe. So I know that I'm going to be blessed with what I want in life. And I want high achievable things, you know. I want the mansion, I want like to be my own boss and stuff, and those are not like simple easy things, so I'm gonna have to also put in the work for it. So right now I'm just going through that process. Like everything is a process. And also one advice I can probably tell myself also is that you you're always going to feel like you're reaching that goal. Like, you know how when you reach a goal, you're like, okay, I made it, I'm here. But in Mary Kay, it's not like that. The entire time that you're with your career, it's like an ongoing learning process. Everything is a process. So once you reach it, you kind of like, you make your goal bigger and you go to the next one. So you're always trying to reach a destination, but there's no destination in Mary Kay, because we have no glass ceilings. You can just keep going higher and higher and higher. So that's something that I can probably tell myself, is to just keep on going and keep doing what you're doing then now, you know, especially with sales director, we have to still work like a consultant the first few years. So that's pretty much where I'm at. Yeah.
No, I think that's great advice, Anita. Again, I really appreciate your time. I just want to, it's okay, we can go over a couple minutes, but I want to give the opportunity for you ladies, since we have this amazing guest speaker, to kind of open it up to you guys to answer or ask any questions that you may have. So I'm going to ask each one of you as I see you on my screen. If you don't have any questions, awesome. If you think of a question later on, please know you can reach out to me. I'll pass your question over to Sunita. She can reach out to you privately. So I'm going to start with you, Lizette, because you're closest to me on this computer screen. Do you have any questions for Sunita? Let me unmute you. I'm sorry. Or you unmute yourself.
There we go. There we go. Hello there. No, what you said is great, because it's hard when you first start, and you know you're trying to get all this knowledge from the Mary Kay University and from Crystal. You know, she is my mentor, so I appreciate her a lot. But I am still learning, and that's great that, you know, all the feedback you're giving us is amazing. I don't have any questions for you yet, but let me ponder a little bit. I'm sure I will.
I love it.
Nope. Give you a little bit of advice, Lisette, right?
Yes.
And thank you so much for sharing that, and you know, being on today's meeting as well, because that shows that you want this. That shows that you're willing to give what you have, right? And that's all it takes. That's all it takes in this business, is just keep on going and trying, and just seeing where it takes you, right? Now, one thing I can also advise you is that there's a lot of information out there, right? And sometimes when you look at a consultant, like one way works out great for her, and then this, like you want to be able to do all of them, but it's really about what comes to you naturally, what comes to you that's easy. Because this business is not about making things more complicated, but to make your life easier, to make your life fun, and to live that lifestyle where money and time is not an issue. So if there's any type of situation where you don't know how to handle, that's why you have Crystal. You really get to her, and like, that's something that my director always made me feel comfortable about, because when there was a situation that I was like, man, I don't know what to do. I'm so frustrated. Like, and then I would talk to her and she'll be like, oh, it's a piece of cake. It's nothing. Like, I've dealt with this too. This is how we handle it, you know? So trust the women ahead of you. And it's okay to be a little bit overwhelmed or like feel like there's too much information, because there is, but go with what works for you and make it your own, you know? So just be yourself and let it come to you naturally, and just really let her answer the questions that you're kind of unsure about. And I'm sure you already are. But yes, please reach out to me if later you kind of think of something or you want to, whatever it is, I'm here for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, Miss Tara, how about you, hon? Do you have any questions?
No, you actually just answered it, because I was going to say, what do you do if you feel like you're in a rut or you need like that motivation? Just doing what comes natural, I think, is the best advice that I can pull from that. So thank you.
Yeah. And also,
Awesome.
I don't think I saw her. Tara, it's like your last name starts with the S, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because I didn't hear you, your camera like talk, because it was like pausing a little. So I was like, is that her talking? And also, you know, what really helps me is listening to podcasts and listening to motivational talk, because we're on such high energy in Mary Kay, like, you know, like we bleed pink. And when we talk to our Mary Kay sisters, like we're getting all that motivation and stuff. And as soon as we leave out of that, like one person can say something and it kills like all of your motivation, right? So that's why you always want, like, on your spare time, or like if you do feel like, you know, you want that bounce back ability, like listening to someone that really like connects with you is good, or anything that's like positive, you know? So because we can control our thoughts, we can trick the mind, and how we feel, we can control that too. And if we can feel good all the time, anytime we feel upset, like change the way you think.
Yeah, and I love this book, you guys. I know it's real, it's got a cuss word on it, okay? You're badass. Look, yes, wait, hold on. I got mine too.
You create your reality. You suck it.
Yeah. So, best book ever, you guys. You're a badass. Such a good book. And to kind of touch upon that, and I know Sunita said this is so important. I know we sound like a broken record, but this is God honest truth. Like, we are here as your sales directors, as your mentors, and literally as your business coach. I have a business coach, you guys. I pay hundreds of dollars for him. Okay. I love him. He's helped me so much. But you guys literally have me as like your business coach. Now, I'm not your psychologist or psychiatrist, okay? But I am definitely here to help you guys through different seasons in your business, right? And so if you're stuck in a rut too, like, reach out to me. Maybe we can kind of figure out together what's going to help you to get you out of that rut, and maybe make you more consistent, or drive the passion back in your business, which in turn is going to make you a more joyful person too. So I love that, Sunita. Thank you for sharing that. Miss Olivia, I'm gonna try to unmute. There we go.
There we go.
Like, literally, you just signed your beauty agreement. When?
Like 2 days ago, 3 days ago?
3 days ago, you guys. Do you have any questions for Sunita?
I don't think I have any questions. I think she like pretty much like covered everything. I'm just excited to like boost my confidence and like get out there. I don't do stuff like this, so.
Trust me, I was like a deer in the headlights when I first started. I'm like, what? Like, seriously, you guys, I was such a hot mess for my first facial party. Some of you have shared the story with. I literally put the wrong color matte foundation on this lady. She looked like Casper the Ghost. And I could have like ran out of there because I was so embarrassed. She laughed. She's like, ha, ha, ha. We found the right color for her. And I think I sold like $300 in my first facial party. So just know, like, again, anybody can be a sales director, like, literally. Okay, awesome. Miss Sierra, do you have any questions?
you kind of answered it already. You like yes and no. So I really appreciate everything you've said, and I'm feeling inspired and stuff like that. And I guess I was wondering, just motivation when times are hard, how do you self-motivate? Kind of. I know we talked about podcasts and talking to your superiors, but if you had any other self-motivating tips.
Yes. Well, first of all, Sierra, I wanted to say you are so beautiful. Like, I was like, whoa, she's like, I think I saw you in another video, but you're
Thank
just
you.
someone talking to you, you can like sell them a pen or anything, okay? Just know that you got it. You are gorgeous and you're gonna do amazing in this business because you don't need to be good looking, but it definitely helps a lot, okay? So what also helps me besides the podcast is going back to what I want in life, right? What it is that makes me happy. Like I always wanted to like wake up early. This is something I still need to do, but I'm getting closer to it. Like actually have a routine in the morning to get up, go to the gym, eat healthy. You know, just like I know those are like a lot of common stuff, but that's something that really makes me feel happy. And with having this like flexible schedule, I'm able to do those things. So going back to the root of why you started this business, right? And also like having a vision board really helps because when you look at the things that you want, when you actually take the time to cut and paste it or even make it on a collage on your phone and you save it as your screen background, like it's just something with the mind where you're constantly looking at it and then you're working towards it every day. It's achievable. And I write everything down. I know that they say stay away from pen and paper, but I'm a visual learner and I like to write things down. So if I have a lot of things on my mind, like doing the 6 most important things like help me, and also cleaning, like having my area clean, you know, like doing things that are outside of Mary Kay that are going to make me feel better to do my Mary Kay, you know. So like just going back to what it is that you want in life and working towards those goals, you know. So like even for me, like all of this, let me tell you something, honey. I set this up after 2 years. I just did this like this month after being in quarantine because I was able to stay home because I was always out doing facials. Like even Crystal and I think we were the two people. She did way more than I did. This girl was driving to Vegas like 2 times a day. I did it first year and then I started to do it more like locally to home. But this really makes me feel better about my business, you know, like I got to take the time to clean and organize and, you know, so just focusing on yourself is going to really help you to motivate you, you know, and who you talk to, of course, you know, there's always going to be that negative Nancy. There's always going to be that, and they can be the people that you love too, but you know what? They're not you. They don't know your dreams and your goals. So if they're not running in the field with you, their opinion doesn't matter. So everyone has their opinion, right? But you stick to what you want and you go with that. You go with your gut feeling.
And what we say about those people too, Sierra, is not that you have to cut people out of your life. Like I'm going to be honest, I have an older sister. We're like oil and vinegar. We just don't mix. She has not been supportive with my business. I've just turned the volume down on her. She's blood. Like I'm never going to disown her, right? But her volume's been turned down. One of my sister-in-laws has never bought a single thing for me. I have 2 sister-in-laws. One's been supportive, one has not. I just turned the volume down on her, and it's okay. Not everybody's going to have your vision. Not everybody's going to have your passion, and that is okay. You can still love them, just love them from a distance because they're not going to serve you purpose mentally. And it's not going to serve you purpose with the goal that you're running towards. I still have family members. Hello, we just earned our 2nd free car. And they're like, hey, Crystal, when are you getting a real job? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. They just wait till I get my pink Cadillac. Then what? Just kidding. Okay. Well, thanks, Sierra. Amber, do you have any questions for Sunita?
Sorry, I was missing parts of it because my mom was like asking me something to like close the gate and everything, and then like getting snacks for myself and a drink. So it's all good. But I was just wondering, is it possible to actually do like tutorials on Facebook or YouTube and then link the Mary Kay website.
I'll reach out to you. I think she missed the part of the question. So I'll reach out to you and answer that question. But I know we have to get on our 7 o'clock meeting. So we'll just move on to the next person, and then I can help with Amber after our meeting.
Okay, sounds good.
Perfect. And then last but not least, Miss Dakota, thanks for joining. I wanted to see if you had any questions for Sunita before we kind of wrap this all up.
Hi. No, I don't really have any questions. You've covered everything. Thank you so much for being here and taking the time out of your day. I know you probably have tons of stuff you need to be going on, so we appreciate you being here. So thank you so much for that, and just answering everybody's questions.
Well, thank you. And I wanted to let all of you girls know that, you know, yes, you can reach out to Crystal to get to me, but you can always reach out to me directly too. Like, I love to help people, especially when they want to go somewhere in this business, when they want whatever it is that they need, you know, and it's just that motivation and that talk. So please reach out to me if you have any questions. And it was an honor to be on this meeting tonight. You guys are all so beautiful, and I'm so excited that I got to share this time with you guys.
Well, Sunita, you know I love you, girl. Seriously, supermodel. And my girls, my fierce unit, again, thank you so much, you ladies, for, gosh, you don't even know, I'm like on cloud 9 right now. The fact that we wrapped up our car a month early, our second car. You guys are kicking butt and taking names. You know, we still have several days left in this month. Do not throw in the towel. If you didn't watch my training in the left area yesterday, make sure you check that out. Giving you lots of ideas. But you are in charge of your business and you're in control of your actions. So what are you doing today to hit your goal for tomorrow? And I'm here to assist you. But thank you so much, all of you, for taking the time out of your busy schedules to join live. And Sunita, thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking the time. I appreciate you all so much. You guys enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll talk to you all soon.